Discuss the concerns about digital assist products and privacy is Tom Kellerman, CEO of Strategic Cyber Ventures. He joins us tonight in Washington. Tom, thanks for being here. I want to play a soundbite from the National Intelligence Director, Clapper, from the hearing just last week, and the alarming thing he said about what we face when it comes to cybersecurity.
Cyber will be a challenge for the U.S., the intelligence community, and our national security for the foreseeable future, and we need to be prepared for that. Adversaries are pushing the envelope, since this is a tool that doesn't cost much and sometimes is hard to attribute.
There are multiple stats here, but there are some reports saying that we are attacked 500,000 times a day by cyber attacks, and it could cost some $2 trillion in 2019.
Well, we're dealing with a cyber insurgency that began about 20 years ago through orchestrated efforts by both the Chinese and Russian governments. What's changed is now hackers from around the world are colonizing U.S. cyberspace because there's a myriad of attack tools that allow them to take over and commandeer everything from networks at banks to these home personal assistants that allow them to essentially easily burglarize you or stalk you as an individual.
So when they talk about the Internet of Things, that's what we're talking about, right? Anything that is tied to the Internet, a camera, one of these devices, pretty much anything that's hooked up to the web.
Most everything nowadays is hooked up to the web, and this is highly problematic because most individuals do not know how to secure their homes, their devices, or their corporate networks. More attention needs to be paid by the manufacturers to allow individuals to toggle down security rather than have to build security on top of the device. And in doing that, some basic security premises need to be espoused. Like, you should change your passwords to sentences. You should update your devices every week. You should use security software on all your devices. And you should turn your device off when you're not using it.
Because this is scary to a lot of people. I mean, they live their life connected to the Internet, but frankly, we're all vulnerable.
We are all vulnerable, and if you are a powerful person in today's world, you're even more exposed because you're being hunted not only by criminals and by miscreants, but by nation states themselves who are trying to penetrate your devices so that they can leapfrog into those devices of people who trust your communications. It's an absolute imperative that the President-elect take this issue more seriously and begin to invest in the cybersecurity of the United States of America.
But I listened to that hearing, Tom, and I heard the officials say, you know, we really don't have a broad strategic plan in response to a lot of this. We don't have the setup to be able to analyze this. Well, what has taken so long? Where has the past administration been on cybersecurity and stepping up this effort?
Well, insufficient attention and insufficient strategic thought has been given to cyber and cybersecurity for years now. There have been a myriad of reports that have recommended sage actions that could be taken, but they've been diluted and if not dispelled by the powers of K Street that didn't want the unintended consequences of any new push from the government vis-a-vis whether it be regulation or investment strategy. I think the time has come to recognize cybersecurity as a national and economic security imperative, and as evidenced by the recent Russian activity, we should recognize and appreciate that we are being colonized in cyberspace. And for the manufacturers of the world that are forcing us online and forcing the Internet into our homes through these myriad of mechanisms that are amazing, they need to add more security to those devices and teach the users how to increase their security should they be more of a target in today's environment.
And it's nation states, it's not just Russia, it's China. We've seen China with the OPM, the personnel management hack that left Social Security and identification vulnerable for some 20 million Americans.
The Chinese have been coming at us for years. They've thrown the kitchen sink at us for that matter, but they are nowhere near as adept or sophisticated at burrowing in and staying invisible like the Russians are. But now you're seeing other rogue nation states like Iran, Syria, North Korea, who have cyber attack capabilities because they've been trained by consultants from overseas and because they've downloaded various weapons that are available in the dark web forums that speak Russian or Chinese for that matter. So what we need to really appreciate here is the FBI, the DNI, the CIA, and the DOD for that matter are completely overwhelmed because vast portions of American cyberspace, starting from your refrigerator that has a new Wi-Fi connection all the way through your corporate network, have backdoors in them that have been put in there years before.
Tom, we appreciate your time. It's something that we really want to keep track of here on Special Report, and we will be doing that this week.
Thank you.